Do you remember the last time you had to make a simple decision and completely froze? Not because you didn't know what you wanted, but because a voice in your head started asking, but what if I'm wrong? What if I'm being too sensitive? What if I'm the problem? That voice isn't yours. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly where it came from and how to finally shut it down. Here's the first thing you need to know. Second-guessing yourself constantly isn't a personality flaw. It's not because you're indecisive or weak. It's a trauma response. And if you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, that self-doubt was installed in you deliberately. Let me tell you about someone I'll call Maya. Maya was sharp, funny, creative. She had strong opinions about things. She trusted her gut. But 3 years into her relationship with Daniel, she couldn't choose what restaurant they should go to without spiraling. Every tiny choice became a mountain. Should she go to her friend's birthday party? Well, Daniel had made a comment last week about how he didn't really like her friends. This is how it starts. Not with screaming or obvious abuse. It starts with small corrections, a raised eyebrow when you share an opinion, a sigh when you make a choice they disagree with, a quiet, "Are you sure about that?" delivered just often enough that you start asking yourself first. Narcissists are masterful at this. They don't break your confidence all at once. That would be too obvious. They chip at it, piece by piece. And here's the part that makes it so insidious. It starts feeling normal. You forget what it felt like to just decide something, to pick the restaurant, to say no to something, to have a preference without immediately wondering if you're wrong for having it. Your brain has been conditioned to defer, to second check, to run every thought through a filter that asks, but what would they think? When you live with someone who constantly undermines your reality, your nervous system goes into a state of alert. Neuroscientists call this hypervigilance. Your brain becomes obsessed with scanning for threats, predicting reactions, avoiding conflict. Decision-making requires confidence, and confidence requires a stable internal foundation. Narcissistic abuse cracks that foundation at its base, so every decision feels risky. Maya's turning point came on a Tuesday afternoon in a grocery store. She was standing in the cereal aisle for 22 minutes. 22 minutes. Trying to choose between two cereals, she started to cry. Not because of the cereal, but because she had no idea what she liked anymore. That was the moment she knew something was deeply wrong, and that painful moment in the cereal aisle was actually the beginning of her way back. So how do you actually stop second-guessing yourself? First, you have to start separating your voice from the conditioned voice. When you notice yourself second-guessing, pause and ask, is this my doubt, or is this their doubt that I've internalized? With practice, you'll start to notice a distinct difference in texture. Your doubt usually comes with curiosity. Theirs comes with shame and fear. Second, make small decisions and honor them without explanation. Start tiny. Choose the restaurant, pick the movie, say no to something. And then, this is critical, don't explain yourself, don't justify it, don't apologize for it. Every time you do this, you're rebuilding that foundation. Every time you make a small decision and don't collapse it with an excuse, you're sending a signal to your nervous system that it's safe to have preferences. Third, and here's the one people skip, you have to grieve the version of yourself you lost. This sounds counterintuitive, but one of the hidden reasons people stay stuck in self-doubt is that reclaiming your voice means acknowledging how much was taken from them. Maya sat with a therapist and said, I used to know what I liked. I used to just know. And she cried for that version of herself, not out of self-pity. Here's what Maya looks like now, 2 years later. She makes decisions quickly, not recklessly, quickly. She did actually leave that relationship. She changed careers, she moved cities, she adopted a dog even though Daniel used to tell her it was a lot of responsibility. She laughs now. You might be at your cereal aisle right now. Maybe it's whether to stay or leave, whether to trust what you're feeling or dismiss it. I want you to hear this clearly. What you're feeling is real. Your perceptions are valid. Your doubt isn't weakness, it's survival. And here's what I want you to take from this video. You don't have to earn the right to trust yourself again. That right was never taken away, it was just buried. Every time you honor a small decision, you dig it back up. Every time you have an opinion without apologizing, you come home to yourself a little more. One day you'll be standing in a grocery store and you'll pick the cereal you actually want without a second thought, and you'll know you're back. If this hit close to home, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to keep exploring more, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.